Hi, I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads, and I'm here to chat summer reading goals. I haven't done a dedicated 2024 reading list. Instead, I am picking 5 books every season that I want to focus on and make my way through. So this is my summer TBR. I will pop a link in the description with my spring TBR, and I note to myself, note to me to make a playlist. I'm gonna do that. So these are the 5 books that I want to make my way through in summer, and let's talk about them. I feel I can kind of somewhat categorize these books actually. The first 2 are summer camp books because summer camp definitely feels summery. I have got Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. This is a horror book by an author who I only previously knew as writing interesting sounding romances. Are we using romance? Interesting sounding erotica. But this is their first like horror novel, and this is actually about a gay conversion camp where horror things happen. And I bought this book last year and I heard good things about it, and then did I manage to read it? No, I did not. No, I did not. So this is going to be on my summer list because to me a camp just feels like a summer thing, because I don't know, I think I've only ever heard of like a summer camp, even though this isn't a summer camp. The next book isn't set in a summer camp but does reference summer camp in the blurb, so I'm counting it, and it's My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I have read by this author before and I really just enjoy the way that they basically write a love story to the slasher genre, which is one of my favorite film genres to enjoy. That and, you know, fantastic films from the 90s maybe 80s, but I really like the way that they include what I view as like a somewhat nostalgic horror elements. This kind of surrounds a young girl who, I believe during summer, she starts looking into the history of her hometown as part of like a school project, and things are found out. And again, I feel I'm super late to this book. A lot of people seem to have been raving about this years ago, but hey, I'm getting there. I'm getting there eventually, and I'm very excited. This was on my TBR earlier this year, but I'm adding it onto my summer pile and I'm hoping I'm gonna get to it. This Lord of the Fly Fest by Goldie Moldavsky. This takes place in a music festival, and I am going to assume it's been somewhat inspired by Fire Fest and that chaos. I am very excited about this. It sounds like it's going to be either, I'm getting like either 5-star or 1-star vibes from it. It's going to be one of the two, I think, because it sounds like something I'm gonna love. But there's always that fear of, what if it's not done in a way that I enjoy? This takes place at a music festival, and the sort of influencers start to kind of go lose their mind and things start happening. And I don't know, I think if it's trying to merge together Lord of the Flies, which was one of my favorite books as a kid, I shouldn't have been reading it that young, mixed with Fire Fest, I think it's gonna be fantastic. I'm very excited. It's not that long, but this feels so summery. But what could be more summery than a book actually called Summer by Ali Smith? This is the 4th and final book in the seasonal quartet, which I have been making my way through since autumn, and this feels like it's going to be a bit of a bittersweet moment because I've been loving the quartet, but I'm also not ready for it to end, even though it doesn't feel like a series. Like each book feels like a standalone, but I'm just not ready to say goodbye. But I want to read it, so I'm going to have to, but then I can just reread it again. That's how great books are. This Look, I'm going to be honest with you and say that having read the first 3 books in this quartet, I still don't really know what they're about. What I am expecting is beautiful writing, perhaps a dual perspective. There will be reference to an artist, and there will be a villain of the piece who shares the name with the villain from the previous 3 books. That's what I'm expecting. I'm also expecting to feel, to cry. It's gonna be emotional, but it's gonna be fantastic. I have given the last 3 books in that series all 5 stars, so don't let me down, summer, my least favourite season. Don't disappoint me. And the final book on my summer TBR priority list is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. This is going on my list because I was doing a year-long book club with Charlotte, and this was the book that was planned for June. So in my head, it was always going to be read in summer. And we're not doing the book club anymore, but I have always had in my mind, this book was on my shelf with like my brain going, June, read in June. So I need to read this. I'm probably going to read it in June. This takes place in a boarding school where there is an outbreak of a toxin. And the students are told to stay in the school. They'll be safe if they stay in the school. But the teachers start to get affected and they perish, leaving the girls adultless and alone. And they know they've not to leave the school, but one of the girls goes missing and kind of escalates from there. I don't know a great deal about this book because I really, really wanted to read it, and I wanted to go in not really knowing too much of what to expect. I'm very excited about it though, and I'm so excited about this is my summer TBR. It's kind of vaguely summery themed, I think, and I look forward to reading all of these. Hopefully it's not going to be too hot. I hate summer. I'm Scottish. I'm not built for summer. Our houses aren't built for summer. All of our buildings are created with the goal of keeping in all of the heat because it's so cold, usually. But summers, I hate it. I hate it. I am at my most miserable and just pathetic when it's more than like, I'd say 14 degrees. I'm not built for it. I didn't move to the northeast of Scotland for sun, but it feels like Aberdeen is more sunny than Peebles, which is the south of Scotland. So I've gone from, but I hate the sun. I hate summer. I'm just moaning about summer. There are things I like about summer. Like, I like how happy people get by the warm weather. Like, I don't like it, but I like seeing other people be happy. So, you know, I'm glad that people I like can enjoy the warm weather. And I like, we have an ice, not an ice maker. We have like an ice cube tray and it makes circular ice. And I love that. So I get to use that in summer. Actually, that's in the freezer right now because it's hot. So hot today. It's not even summer yet. So I like that. And I like picnic food. I like picnic food. That's summery. And that's it. That's all I really like about summer. Picnic food and ice and people being happy. I like other people being happy. I'm genuinely pleased for them. But I'm just going to be here being like, I'm too hot. I'm too hot. Like Alphaba, I'll be melting. But I'm really excited about these books. I think they're going to be really good. If you've read any of them, let me know. I know most of them have been doing the rounds on YouTube, on just social media in general. And I know that a lot of people have had a lot of feelings about them, and I'm excited to have feelings myself. I promise not to get too grumpy when it does become summer. I hate being that grumpy person, but I'm not built for it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!